Welcome everybody to PLEXYSTARS. I am your host, Blake, along with Dustin. He's in China.
Hello.
He's in China. Hi. How are you?
I'm
I can't keep that up. I can't keep it up. Hi, how are you? That was more Japanese than Chinese, really. Anyway, welcome to PLEXYSTARS. Tonight we have a great show for you tonight. If you have been struggling with social media, not sure when to post, how to post, what to post, um, tonight we have Plexus Worldwide's social media god. His name is Vincent. Everybody knows Vincent, right?
oh yes, I know.
I think Vincent knows Vincent. So anywho, Dustin, before we get started, I guess we technically still have to read it. Go ahead, read it.
Go ahead. Our disclaimer. The opportunity of lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease.
Awesome. Vincent, go ahead and unmute yourself, man.
I'm here.
Oh, shoot. I gotta bring it back again. I bring it back. I'll bring it back. I promise. Sorry.
I'm here. I'm here.
There he is. Woo! He's the social media guy, and I'm already messing up with social media.
All good. All good.
Vincent, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Good, man. How are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic, actually. Fantastic.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem. Dustin, Vincent asked you a question.
What was the question?
Oh my gosh, Dustin, really?
Well, in all fairness, we already went over that question a couple minutes ago about how he's doing. Yeah.
But they don't need to know that.
We're revealing behind the scenes information right now.
Yes, bloopers. Speaking of behind the scenes, Vincent, if for the viewers who don't know what you do, please give us a little information about yourself and what you do.
I am the social media manager for the corporate side of Plexus Worldwide. So what that means is my job is twofold. So I manage all the social media accounts for Plexus. So Facebook, our page on Facebook, our couple of Twitter accounts, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube channel, Google Plus, what's left of that, LinkedIn, you name it. And we actually just created a Snapchat account about a week or two ago, and so I've been putting stuff on there, and I'm sure we can talk about Snapchat as we go here too. The other half of my job is doing things like this, so education for you guys, for ambassadors, and try to help wherever I can. Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of my job, where I get a lot of messages from people through email, through Facebook, through Twitter, through I mean you name it, asking for help, and we try to give that. And I'm really trying to do more on the proactive side in 2016 with putting together some things like webinars and workshops, that type of a thing. So keep an eye out for that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So how is it pretty stressful?
My job, no.
No.
No, my job's not stressful. I mean, there's moments where someone's not having a great time with something, and just like any other company, someone's unhappy with something.
Right.
Whether it's an ambassador or a customer, they may turn to social media and vent, and that's okay. They're tools for communication, engagement, of course, but communication, and two-way communication is what I try to provide as the brand, as the voice of the brand on social media. So when that happens, the best approach usually I've found is to try to address someone's concern right in that same moment or as close to that as possible.
Okay.
And in the public eye, if you will. So if someone makes a comment, on our Facebook page, I'll usually respond as Plexus, but I'll add my name at the end just so they know that there's actually a person that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
talking
So it's
to.
not automated.
No, not at all, not at all. It's me. I mean, I monitor the channels all the time, even weekend. I mean, I don't. I have time off, of course. I have weekends off, but it's not like I just avoid it for 3 days. I'm checking it pretty relevant, pretty quickly, and I get notifications when certain things go on, and so I try to stay on top of it.
Nice, nice. Um, so you said earlier tonight that you cannot be both an employee with corporate and an ambassador. Is that correct?
Correct. That is correct, and we get that question a lot. I get that one a lot. I think other people get that a lot too, in customer service, that sort of thing. Just because so many people, so many ambassadors, they kind of ask about that, and they ask if they can do both. But it's not all the time that we get that question, because I think a lot of ambassadors are pretty good with their ambassador status, and they just want to know when they see all this cool stuff happening at the home office, right? They see a job posted with corporate, they want to know if they can do it, or if they have a team member that's an ambassador that would be perfect for the job, but they would have to give up being an ambassador to do it. Now, that being said, I know that there's been cases of when someone has left Plexus on the corporate side. The policy, I believe, is you have to be 6 months removed from corporate before you can become an ambassador.
Okay.
But you can do that. You can leave corporate and then end up down the road, if you want to go and be an ambassador for the company, you can still sign up for that and do that.
Now, do you like what you do, or do you wish that you could have been an ambassador at one point?
No, you know what? In all honesty, I love what I do. My thing is definitely on the social media side, and I think a lot of people sometimes think that, oh well, if and I've had people say this to me, like, if you know a lot about social media, and well, if you just became an ambassador, you could use your social media powers to like go crazy and become a diamond and all. It's like, well, it doesn't really work that way. There's still a lot of work and effort and strategies and tactics that you would use, and I don't think it would be easy for me to become a jewel or anything like that, just because I'm familiar in the ways of how social media works.
Okay.
Because that's just a part of it. Right. I know a lot of people have built their business using Facebook primarily, and now Instagram has been a big part for people too. But those things, they're tools. They're just tools. So they're tools that allow you to scale and reach that many more people that much quicker. So when you use them right, then it can absolutely help your business. When you don't use them right, it can actually get you terminated. So
yeah, that's true. When your stuff's not compliant, yeah, that'll definitely get you terminated. What else do I want to talk about? There are some people that have come to me, especially on my team, that say, I don't know what to post, or I don't know when to post. And they're speaking primarily with Facebook. I myself, I use Instagram. I use Twitter here and there. I use Facebook primarily. But what are some of the things that you have noticed are the like the busiest time during the day for Facebook posts to be seen and liked? What do you think?
That's a pretty common question, and because everybody wants to know, well, when can I post and have it be seen by the most people? So here's the answer, though. There's not. There's at this point with Facebook, there's not an answer that would be like, okay, post at this time and it'll get seen by the most people. When you're on Facebook, and you guys can confirm this for me, when you're on Facebook, how many posts do you see that say that they're from yesterday at 1 p.m.?
I see a lot, actually.
Right? Or from this morning at 10 a.m. or from 10 minutes ago. So
or people using Buffer and Hootsuite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So when you to say that there's one time, it's not about the time with Facebook necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It depends a little bit. I'll speak to that in a second. But it's more about the engagement. So it's more about who are the people that you engage with. Those are the posts that you're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
Even someone that posts in the middle of the night. When you get up in the morning, if you check Facebook first thing, it's going to start showing you posts in your feed from the people that you engage with the most, that Facebook thinks that you want to see posts from first, whether they're from 2 minutes ago or 3 hours ago. So it's about the engagement. It's about how many people and how people are liking, and more importantly, commenting and sharing on your posts.
Right.
That being said, so for the company page, like a business page in general, but ours specifically, when we have like a really big piece of news that we want to get out and have it be seen by as many people as possible, what I've found has worked better is staying away from the weekends, staying away from Friday, even Monday to a point is still kind of okay, but really Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and like early in the morning on our end, I'm on Mountain Time, so I try to schedule it for like 5 a.m. our time. So it's right now that's 7 a.m. Eastern. So, but early in the morning, so that many people, when they do open up their app, their Facebook app for the first time in the day, it's there. Now, but that's coming from a page, and I've seen that tends to be the thing that works best, where we get the highest reach, the highest number of people seeing it. Personal profiles are different. So if you have a business page on Facebook, I would say early in the morning on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But if it's a personal profile post, really any time is going to still get to the people that normally see your stuff.
Okay. Sweet. That's actually really interesting. Like you were saying, you want to be you want to be relatable. You want to make your post engaging.
Yep.
And you want to tell a story rather than post anything that's going to make it salesy, so to speak.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want it to be salesy. You don't, and even testimonials. At this point, it's so saturated with that stuff. I mean, it's better to talk about you and the things that are going on in your life aside from Plexus. Even like, it doesn't have to be that you lost this much weight or your health is this much better because of the products. It's you run into a lot of people run into compliance issues with things like that, even when it's their personal story. So you just have to be aware of that, and really Facebook, it's more for your network. I mean, your network is who sees your posts on Facebook. It's your friends and connections. So they know, to a point they know. So you don't have to blast them with that stuff all the time. I guarantee you, especially if you've been an ambassador for any number of months, they know you're an ambassador with Plexus, right?
Okay.
And so
yeah.
So if you keep doing it like that, blasting them with the products and the opportunity and Plexus is so great, you're running the risk more of them being turned off more than anything. Whereas if you're just talking about yourself, like you went to the gym today, and I mean, that's part of it. That's part of you, and that's really what you bring to it. You're unique. You are the thing that the people in your network, they are friends with you. They're not friends with Plexus. They're friends with you.
Right.
at this
You
point.
want to have you have to find a good balance, otherwise you get boring.
Yeah, and I mean, and even saying saying a balance. It's because a balance implies 50-50. It's really going forward. It's really the more you can make it about you and personalize it than it is about saying Plexus all the time. I
Hmm.
think the better off you'll be because it's still people still know and they'll still see. When you do post about Plexus those times, then they'll see it because they're engaged with you this other 60, 70, 80% of the time on your other posts.
Hmm.
They're engaging with those posts, which means that they'll see more of your stuff more often. So, if you can do that all you want, and if you post about Plexus and no one's engaging with it, well, it's because they're not seeing it.
Right.
So how do you get
And
seen in more feeds? That's what you're trying to do.
it's like I've been hearing this all week with branding yourself. Um, not really literally branding yourself, but what is your brand? What? Thought
Yeah.
about getting a Plexus brand right on my chest.
Oh, don't do
No,
that. Don't do that.
no.
We already had the tattoo. We already had the tattoo.
Yes,
Actually, I saw
yes.
that.
um, but no, it's more or less branding yourself. People are not going to buy into Plexus; they're buying into you.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Look at all the people that are at the top of the business that are jewel ambassadors. It's because they their friends trusted what they had to say. And
Exactly.
it's not necessarily because they badgered them, although some absolutely that occurred, but a lot of it, like look at Celeste. Celeste has a lot of her sorority,
Hmm.
old sorority sisters from back in the day when she was in college, and I mean that bond already existed, that
Yeah.
relationship already existed. So that's where you have to find where you can build on the relationship. So not maybe start a relationship because of Plexus, but build on the relationships that already exist. So maybe it means you're joining, actually in person, joining groups of
Hmm.
something that interests you. Go join a photography club or soccer moms or whatever it is. It's that establishes that relationship, and then from there they start to. I mean, you're going to naturally talk about the things that are going on in your life, and that will come up.
Yep. So, how do we utilize Snapchat? I'm curious about this.
Um, so, well, Snapchat is super personal. Snapchat's really personal. It's something that has come along at a time when a lot of people already know how to use social media and specifically Facebook. Um, a lot of people are already somewhat savvy, or at the very least, they're familiar
Hmm.
with how social media works, right?
Right.
So Snapchat it allows someone to entirely control what they see, who they see it from, when they see it, except for the fact of how long they can see it for. So there's a sense of urgency that's created in someone's mind of, oh well, this snap from this person, which is for those that may not know, a snap is just either an image, a picture that someone took, or a short video
Hmm.
that someone took with Snapchat. Um, those, when you click on them, they're they're gone, but then they do stick around for about 24 hours, unless the person deletes them.
Hmm.
Um, so there's a time limit. If you miss it, you miss it. It's gone. Um, for in general, how to use it. I mean, it's a great way to connect with people and to build up a connection really fast. So if someone else is on Snapchat and you're on Snapchat, it's not that you're both on Facebook and you're posting, and then they may see that post a day later, or they may not see that post at all, even though you're friends. With Snapchat, you're putting content out there, and if you guys follow each other, or if they're following you, whatever it is, they they can see it if they want to when it's up, and they can. It's up to them. It's not, you're not letting the platform really dictate if they can see that content.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're if you're posting, if you're snapping funny stuff or interesting stuff that's going on with you or around you, whatever it may be, then someone's going to be more inclined to click to watch your content every time you snap something. So
Gotcha.
so I right now, I wouldn't say that it's the tool that everybody should use. I wouldn't say that it's a tool that it's definitely not for sales, because it's so easy to just like unfriend someone on there or just not even watch what they post. So you have to you really have to have a connection established already
Right.
for Snapchat. It's for you and your friends, and maybe it's for you and your team, and your team members are on there, and you're snapping to them, because you can snap directly to people or to a group of people, or you can snap so that everybody that follows you sees it. So there's a couple different options.
In your
the
story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, in the story. So say you wanna get a message to your team, about, say tonight, you're like, hey, don't forget tonight, we're doing the show, and here's the link. Even though it's not a hyperlink, it's the website you can type in there.
Right.
Take a picture of your computer screen, whatever. That it's a quick way. It's like another fun way to communicate with people.
Exactly. Yeah. I wonder if you can, if you're smart enough to do it. No, I'm not saying about you. I'm just saying, like, in general. Vine. Could people use Vine?
Sure.
I've never had success with Vine.
I mean, any of these things. Here's the thing, Blake. Any of these things, it's also about an expectation, because they're really not going to be the tools that you start using and then within like a couple days or even a couple weeks, you're jamming with business because
Right.
of these platforms. It's really just it's defining what is part of your brand. So
Okay.
if you're a fun guy, which you're a fun guy, and you like making vines, 6-second videos that you think are funny, other people think are funny. Snapchat, if you like using Snapchat and you know how to use it, I mean, use it, try it out. Maybe it's not something that directly leads to you recruiting someone as an ambassador or selling product. It's just something that it's another way for someone to connect with you, and you never know. It could be that one way. So maybe the person, I know people that, they're on Facebook, but they never check it because they're on Snapchat all the time right now, or they're on Instagram right now. So if you can, and this is not advocating to use 50 different channels, but if you're comfortable with using, obviously Facebook, everybody uses Facebook. If you're comfortable with using other channels besides Facebook, where it's worth your time, then by all means, have fun with it. But like, Vine is a very fun platform. That's what's on there primarily, right? Is kind of comedy stuff, fun stuff. Even the brands that are on there do fun, lighthearted things. So it's really about determining what makes sense for you personally, because like you said, you are your brand, and you guys are our brand. You are Plexus. You're out there representing the company all the time. So I see a lot of fun stuff going on. I mean, there's 2 girls that do, every Friday they do like a music lip sync video, and they tweet it out. I think they put it on YouTube usually. And sometimes I'll retweet it from the company account. It's funny stuff, and they're committed to it. They do it every Friday. So it's a cool way to get it out there, and people, I don't know what they've gotten from that directly, but it's someone that's seeing, like, it's an opportunity for people to see, well, what is this Plexus stuff that they're talking about? I see this video all the time. I see them doing this, and it may be the 10th time, maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th time before someone says anything about it to them.
Interesting. Dustin, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm taking notes.
Here. These are my notes. I've been too busy asking questions.
But good thing.
But I did say something though. With Snapchat, I've gotten a lot of new followers with Instagram. I posted my Snapchat uh, picture with
Yep.
my username, and I've gotten a lot of fitness people that follow me now on Snapchat because I post a lot about fitness and getting in shape and all of this. And I probably have a good number of followers now on Snapchat. Now they haven't converted over to Plexus, but you know that wasn't my intention. It's
Right.
just gaining more people on social media.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean, that makes sense because the whole fitness side is huge on, well, really on all of these, but especially on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. There's a fitness side to that, but really Instagram and Snapchat, absolutely. And then like if you really want to build up or try to build up following, I mean, you can take your Snap code and post that as your Facebook picture, or as your Twitter picture, or as your Instagram picture even. And with Instagram, yeah, you know, it's funny because Dustin, even with Instagram, if you put, when you posted your Snap code, you just posted the Snap code, right?
So I put like I hashtag Snapchat and then something like if you follow me, I'll follow you back or something.
Yeah. But the picture that you posted on Instagram was your Snap code?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I mean the other thing you could do now that late last week, Snapchat made it so that you have a URL now, so they don't have to just use your Snap code to get to you on Snapchat. There's a URL, so if you put, the only thing on Instagram that's clickable to a website is in your bio. So if you want to test it out, put your Snapchat URL in your Instagram bio link there, and then see what you get from that too. You know, if you're trying to build followers, just put it in different places and see what happens.
That's a good idea.
And if you want the Snapchat URL, I'm going to look real quick. It's, if you go to in Snapchat, if you click on the ghost, and then you click on the little cog wheel on the top right corner. I want to say it's in there. Hold on. Oh no, sorry.
I'm on my ghost.
No, it's on the ghost, and then if you go to add friends, sorry.
Okay.
All right. And on the last option should be share username.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
And then if you do it, you can like mine. I have iOS. I have an Apple phone, so I can message it, mail it, and if you message it, like if you click message, then it shows you what the URL is. You can copy and paste it and put it in other places on different profiles, or you can just text it to someone, whatever.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, Snapchat makes it. People think it's hard, but it's actually, I think it's easy. The easiest one that allows you to add people.
I get in trouble a lot for it because I'm a selfie taker and I love taking selfies. So they see me with my phone out like this, and I'm like, I get yelled at. I say, hey, put your phone down. Sorry, you're supposed to be working. Sorry, but no, that's interesting.
Make it fun. Yeah, make it fun. Like I started that account really just more for you guys. It's not like my goal is not to try to recruit and all that with that account. It's more just to interact with our existing ambassadors and I mean customers too, sure, or whoever, but it's aimed more at ambassadors. So if you follow our account, it's just that. It's like I'll put up stuff about an email that's about to go out. So maybe you get a sneak preview of the email a few minutes before it goes out, or what's going on at home office that day. Different little videos with different people, stuff like that.
What's the snap code for Plexus?
It's the username is actually one Plexus, all one word.
Capital A, any case sensitive?
Nope, just all lowercase. And then the
I see it. Plexus Worldwide. Yep.
Yeah, and there's actually another one that's Plexus Worldwide. So just make sure it's the one Plexus one. But I usually try to put the snap code up at different times, different places. So
sweet.
There's
That's
probably
awesome.
nothing on there now, just because I've been sick for the last couple of days. So I haven't. Except actually, no. Yesterday I did. I did some little Groundhog Day stuff.
Okay, cool. Dustin, did you want to add anything else, or did you want to ask him anything else that you had thought of?
Well, what do you? I think you touched base on this a little bit earlier with us, but LinkedIn. What's your suggestion on that?
On which one?
LinkedIn.
Oh, on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. I never recommend people to just like set up their profile and then leave it. If I
That's what I
were,
did.
yeah, well. So in general, on any of these, but if I was for any of them, it would be for LinkedIn, only because it's not something. It's really not a platform where you're going to necessarily bring in a lot of interested. You may get customers. Um, the if you bring in an ambassador, it's definitely going to be the business opportunity side, but you really have to go about it a different way. I feel because it's full of business professionals on there and a lot of already well seasoned sales professionals, so they know even when it's not obvious to everyone that you're kind of pitching something, um, they will pick up on it. Or if you send them an email the wrong way, a message the wrong way, they'll just like be done with you. So
Yeah.
it's very touchy, But I always recommend set up a LinkedIn profile for sure, and take the time to do it right, fill it out completely, have a really nice profile picture that looks professional. It shouldn't ever be the same as your Facebook photo. Um, it should be something that it doesn't have to. You don't have to go to like a professional photographer to do it either. Just stand in front of a blank wall in your house and have someone take your picture with your phone and crop it so that it's just like you're here, shoulders up. You don't have to be wearing a tie, something like that, but it should be a good, clear picture, because that alone is, I forget what the statistic is, but it's this huge percentage jump of being able to make connections on LinkedIn if your profile picture is nice and clear and good and not goofy. Aside from that, filling out your profile, um, putting in your past experience, especially with being an ambassador. If you have really any professional experience is going to be good, but if you have a background in, say you're a teacher for this many years, or a nutritionist, or an RN, or all this stuff, because then people look at it like, oh well, this person had a profession for like 20 years or 10
Mhm.
years and they left it, and now they're an ambassador with Plexus for the last year or 2 years. What? And that's all they do? Like, how do I how do I get to do that? It may generate those types of questions. You know what I mean? So that's filling it out completely. There's options in there now where you can add in videos, you can add in YouTube links, you can add in content like that, portfolios. Um, I would highly recommend that if you have, maybe not every single video that you've ever done, but if you have like a really good video that okay, this one's a keeper, this one I'm really proud of, um, pop that in there, and then maybe once a week go onto the platform and try to just kind of interact with people, look at what other people are posting, connect with people that you haven't connected with yet, if you know them. Certainly, if there's people that that you've worked with before that you're not connected with on LinkedIn, that could be a business generator as well, because you're catching up with people and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm with Plexus and I do this and this, and tell me more. You never know what it's going to lead to.
Right.
And on that note, I would also say, when you're reaching out to people, if you're the first one to reach out to someone to send them a message, it asks you, how do you know this person? And you select the button. If you were a colleague, a classmate, a friend, whatever, you make that selection, and then there's a little spot down there that's pre-filled in with a quick message about connecting. Delete that and write your own.
Okay.
because yeah,
Cool.
don't use the pre-generated one, even if it's just as short and you're just saying something different, and then you put your name, your first name. Just personalize it. Just personalize it. So that goes a long way because everybody knows when they get, or people that are seasoned on LinkedIn or have used it regularly, they know when it's a generic message reaching out to them, and people like it much more if it's personalized.
Gotcha.
I have one more question. I know a lot of people have used YouTube to gain new followers. What should I do with that?
So, because you were breaking up, sorry, it's about YouTube and gaining followers.
Yeah.
YouTube, I mean, the funny thing about YouTube is it's social media in a way, but it's really just a video platform because there's interaction that exists on there. But in general, the comments on YouTube are like a mess, right? It's not a good scene for the most part.
Yep.
There's so many trolls. It's like the worst place for comments normally. That with that being the case, it's still a good way for you. You should have a YouTube channel if you're comfortable with doing video, putting yourself on camera, and you are good on camera. Where what I mean is, it doesn't mean that you're a professional on camera. All it means is that you're comfortable, you come across well. People they will watch what you're putting out there. It's well lit. There's different aspects to it, but again, it doesn't have to be a professional production. I mean, people don't expect that all the time at this point with videos.
Right.
So it's, I mean, with us, the biggest thing is the compliant side of it. That's just the biggest part of it. When people are doing their own videos on YouTube or wherever it may be, the trickiest part is staying compliant. So you just have to be aware of that. I mean, you guys have been ambassadors for a while. Dustin, I know you've done videos, and you did a video for us. Again, it's about being you and your brand. I would stay away from doing the 10-minute and 20-minute long videos of just you sitting in front of the camera talking. Unless you've had success with that, if you've generated business, because people generally, if they don't know you, especially if they don't know you, they're not going to sit and watch you for 20 minutes.
Nope.
If
Sorry, Dustin. You're screwed.
Well, I mean, it depends on who you're making a video for. If you're making a video for your team, that's different. I mean, yeah. If we're making a video like this, we're doing a hangout, it's getting recorded. Well, there's questions that people have, and they want to learn about something specific. Yeah, they're gonna sit and potentially watch a lot of it, or they'll skip through. I'm sure people will skip through this one without watching every single question and answer that we do. So, it's more about that. And then, so if you do make a video like that, a longer video, the worst part that will happen is you can then take it and cut it down into little Q&As. Or little specific segments where that can now be, instead of one video, that's like 10 videos. And that's where you start to get more traction, I think. Because when you have 10 2-minute videos that you actually recorded a 20-minute video, but then you cut it down to 10 2-minute videos, and they're all about a specific thing, well, now someone that isn't going to watch that whole thing, but they were looking for something that you talked about specifically here. Okay. Well, now they can see it, and now it's 2 minutes long, or whatever other content was in there. You're just much more likely to have people watch that than you are a longer video.
Yeah, there's something like Sonia Dudley did. She did like an hour-long video and then spaced out this 7 to 10 minute window of just when she was talking about the compensation plan, and that is one of those YouTube videos that gets shared around from everybody. You know, just
Yeah,
wanting to learn more about on your team if you're a new ambassador, wanting to learn more about the compensation plan.
absolutely. And then she's also someone that I know that she's someone I refer people to when if someone asks me who does well on YouTube with like who does a lot of videos, who does them well. Dustin, because I know him from the 2 years that I've been with the company. I mean, I was actually exposed to Dustin's story pretty early, so it was always memorable because number one, he was a guy. Number two, how dramatic it was, and the whole China thing. I mean, and then you and I talked, Dustin, several times, and so it's you, like Sarah Marble, Sonia, Tamara Holloway is really good. There's a number, but like there's some go-tos that if someone's new to the company, you can, and that's the great thing about the company, right? Is most people don't care. Like we don't have to worry about they're gonna take my ambassador for my team or something. Like that's not gonna happen. It's all this collaboration. It's this collaborative learning of, well, you know what? I'm not the expert on that part of the comp plan, but there's this video that Sonia does. Here's the link. Go check it out. And so if you do a good video and people see it initially, then you're even going to get referrals to it from other teams, you know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a lot of solid, great information tonight. Vincent, I'm sorry, Dustin, send me your notes.
All right.
Yeah, Blake is busy asking the questions.
Yeah. God, Dustin. This is the first time I actually took the reins and asked all the questions. Normally we have Tanya here, but you know she's out doing something. I don't know what she's doing.
She missed it.
She did. She did. But yeah, hopefully it recorded, and hopefully we can post it. I'm hoping it recorded.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just if not, we'll just have to reschedule.
Just have to redo it again, I guess.
I'm completely okay with that. Anyway, well, if there's nothing else, I believe that's a wrap then.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no more questions, then certainly let me just put out there that my email that you can send me questions to is socialmedia@plexusworldwide.com. Feel free to email me. And I'm also, I mean, I'm everywhere on Facebook and Twitter and all that. And anytime you interact with the company on any of those channels, it's me.
Woo.
Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I'll note it that I'll put my name at the end or something, but kind of depends on what it is. But other than that, just follow along on all our stuff and see what we do as the brand on all these channels, and feel free to, you know, if we put it out there, it's always okay to share it with your friends, your teams, your network, whatever. Even the one I get all the time is with the prices, right? Like everybody freaks out. It's like I thought we couldn't put prices on on Facebook, like when we do a product or a promo or something. And that's just, it's more of our policy with the prices. But certainly when we put something out that has prices on it, it's okay. It's okay to share that exact image the way that we put it out there.
Right. No alterations to it.
Yeah.
So, well, great. Thank you very much, Vincent.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I had a blast.
Well, we can we'll actually have you back on later on at a later date too.
Okay.
Again,
yeah. Anytime.
Just to go over some stuff again. Maybe you know getting Snapchat working flawlessly then.
Yeah, maybe I'll let you know how it's going with us too. Right now we get about 200 views on the snaps, so I think that's gonna go up as we go.
Well, you're just gonna get one more. It's me. So anyway, thanks, Vincent. It was great to have you on here tonight. Thanks for all the valuable information.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.